Hi, fellow teachers. My name is Mai Ngọc Khôi. I am currently a lecturer at the University of Languages and International Studies, Vietnam National University, Hanoi. In this session, we will look at the different stages of teacher professional development in a teacher career life. I believe that before embarking on, and also during the journey of professional development, each teacher needs to reflect on their own teaching experience, the difficulties they are having, how they can improve, and what kind of support they need to become better teachers. This reflective activity is beneficial because it helps us identify suitable tasks and training needs associated with each developmental stage. Teacher professional development is a lifelong dynamic process which might be considered either as a linear progression with constant improvement in one's abilities and professional proficiencies, or as an up and down process characterized by potential repetition of different processes. No one can begin a professional role, in our case a teacher, as a veteran. Rather, in most cases, competence improves with experience and the knowledge and practice that come with it. Therefore, it seems to me meaningful as well as useful to think of teachers as having developmental sequences or stages in their professional growth patterns. One popular model of teacher stages of development is that proposed by Lillian Cat and consists of 4 stages, namely survival, consolidation, renewal, and maturity. We will now look at each different stage and the kinds of development activities that might be most suitable to the nature of the stages. The survival stage may last throughout the first full year of teaching. During this stage, the teacher's main concern is whether or not he or she can survive the daily challenges of carrying responsibility for a whole group of students. The teacher may be preoccupied with questions like, can I get through the day in one piece? Can I make it until the end of the week, to the next vacation? Can I really do this kind of work day after day? Will I be accepted by my colleagues? The first full impact of responsibility for a group of immature but vigorous young children inevitably provokes some teachers' anxieties. The discrepancies between anticipated successes and classroom realities may very well intensify feelings of inadequacy and unpreparedness. During this survival period, the teacher is most likely to need support, understanding, encouragement, reassurance, comfort, and guidance. He or she needs direct help with specific skills and insight into the complex causes of behavior. On-site trainers may be principals, senior staff members, consultants, or other specialized and experienced program assistants. Training must be constantly and readily available from someone who knows both the trainee and his or her teaching context. The trainer or mentor should have enough time and flexibility to be on call as needed by the trainee. In the second stage, perhaps after the first year, the teacher has usually come to see himself or herself as capable of surviving immediate daily crises. During stage 2, the teachers usually begin to focus on individual children and problem situations and identify individual children whose behavior departs from the pattern of most of the children he or she knows. This focus may take the form of looking for answers to such questions as, how can I help this introvert child? How can I help a particular child who does not seem to be learning? Are there some more effective ways to organize group work activity? These questions are now differentiated from the general survival issues of keeping the whole class running smoothly. During this stage, on-site training continues to be valuable. A trainer or mentor can help the teacher by engaging in joint exploration of an individual problem case. For example, a mentor can observe the teacher and then provide suggestions to deal with the problem. Just by talking to a mentor or a more experienced colleague can be useful. The mentor might ask the teacher such questions as, "What strategies have you tried so far? Can you give some example of experiences with this particular child during this week? When you did such and such, how did the child respond?" In addition, opportunities to share feelings with other teachers in the same stage of development may help to reduce some of the teacher's sense of personal inadequacy and frustration. In the third stage, the renewal stage, the teachers begin to feel bored with doing the same things, offering the same activities, and celebrating the same sequence of holidays. They may begin to ask more questions about new developments in the field. What are some new approaches to helping children's language development? Who is doing what? Where? What are some of the new materials, techniques, approaches, and ideas being developed these days? At this stage, the teacher's need for renewal and refreshment should be taken seriously. During this stage, teachers are likely to find it especially rewarding to meet colleagues from different programs or schools on both formal and informal occasions. Teachers in this developmental stage are particularly receptive to experiences in local, regional, and national conferences and workshops, and they profit from membership in professional associations and participation in their meetings. Teachers are now widening the scope of their reading and using the internet as a source of fresh ideas. Perhaps during this period, they may be ready to take a close look at their old classroom teaching through videotaping themselves at work and reviewing the tapes alone or with colleagues. This is also a time when teachers welcome opportunities to visit other classes, programs, and demonstration projects. Concerns about how best to assess young children's learning and how to report and document it are also likely to blossom during this period. The final stage is a maturity stage, which may be reached by some teachers within 3, by others in 5 or more years. The teachers at this stage have reached a comfortable level of confidence in his or her own competence. They now have enough perspective to begin ask deeper and more abstract questions, such as, what are my historical and philosophical roots? What is the nature of growth and learning? How are educational decisions made? Can schools change societies? Perhaps they have asked these questions before, but with experience, the questions represent a more meaningful search for insight and perspective. Throughout maturity, teachers benefit from opportunities to participate in conferences and seminars, and perhaps to work toward an advanced degree. Mature teachers welcome the chance to read widely and to interact with educators working on many problem areas on many different levels. Training sections and conference events that Stage 2 teachers enjoy may be very tiresome to the Stage 4 teachers. Similarly, introspective, in-depth discussions enjoyed by the Stage 4 teachers may lead to restlessness and irritability among the beginning teachers in Stage 1. Another popular model of the stages of teacher professional development is the teacher career cycle model, consisting of 8 stages: pre-service, induction, competency building, enthusiasm and growth, stability, career frustration, career wind down, career exists. Pre-service is a period of preparation before entering the profession. Induction is the first few years of employment, during which teachers strive for acceptance by colleagues, parents, and students. In the competency building stage, teachers are eager to improve their teaching skills and abilities. The fourth stage, enthusiasm and growth, is when teachers reach a high level of competence in their work and continue to progress professionally with a high level of job satisfaction. At the next stage, stability, teachers' careers reach a plateau and they started to lose motivation to join professional programs. Career frustration is characterized by stress and anxiety as teachers begin to wonder why they are still teaching. Career wind down can be a pleasant or unhappy stage as teachers prepare to leave the profession. The last stage, career exit, is a period after teachers leave their work. One advantage of this model is that it was designed as a practical tool for professional development and therefore has lent itself to be a framework for research on the same topic. In addition, stages in this model are not necessarily related to the length of teaching experience like the previous model, and it is possible that teachers do not pass through all stages. We think that it is important that each teacher reflects on the current stage they belong to and aim to stay in the enthusiasm and growth stage as long as possible, or try to move back to this stage. We will study more about reflective practice later in Module 10 of this course, but for now, let's try a reflective activity, which is called self-reflection with the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is a self-reflective tool developed by Mary Field in 1993. It will help you briefly outline your personal and professional journey. It is divided into the roots or early influences, the trunk, later influences, and the limbs, the most recent influences, especially as each limb represents an important or critical incident in one's life. I will take a real example from one of my research participants for each section of the tree. Here we study a simplified version of the Tree of Life of one of my research participants. Her pseudonym is Chang. She is a novice teacher with about 2 years of teaching experiences. The roots of the tree provide the foundation of what has shaped our early years, such as our family values, heritage, ethnicity, religion, and socio-economic background. In short, the roots are about anything that has shaped us in any way. Chang described herself as an enthusiastic and caring person who has always desired to be a helpful person to share and talk with people. Although none of her family members are teachers, that is her mother's dream. As she could not realize it for some reasons, she hoped that Chang could live her dream. Her characteristics and family-related factors therefore influenced her choice of career. The trunk of the Tree of Life captures experiences from early school years all the way up to our high school years, and we can focus on any experiences that may have led to developing our perspectives on teaching and teachers, such as a teacher you admired or did not admire. For Chang, teaching was still of no interest to her when she was at secondary school. As she got no prize in English competition, she blamed her teachers for not having a suitable teaching methodology. She thought that she could be a better teacher. Another important factor is her failure in the National University Entrance Exam. Enrolling in a teacher training university was only her second choice. The limbs of the Tree of Life represents all of our experiences beyond high school and includes all our most recent experiences and influences. For example, each limb can represent an adult experience and or action that has influenced or shaped our teaching selves. Chang said that her love for teaching was nurtured during her study at the teacher training university. Her experience there gradually formed her an opinion of what good teaching should be, and what she could do to help others, and how wonderful it was to notice these students' improvement. Her favorite teacher also plays a pivotal role in cultivating her love for teaching. Chang described the teacher as having strong, cheerful voice, professional manner, critical thinking, and extensive knowledge regarding English language and culture. Another important milestone is her first teaching job at Language Link Vietnam. She learned to keep her temper and be more patient when teaching children. This was due to the monthly workshops on various topics, from class management skills to dealing with badly behaved children, and personal support from senior teachers and other co-workers who were also successful teachers at their public schools. Reflecting on her journey to become a language teacher, Chang summarized that teaching had never been any of my career choices when I was at high school, but the opportunities to work with excellent teachers fostered my love for teaching. From her tree of life, we can see that Chang is currently in CAT's consolidation stage and Berker et al.'s competent building stage. For her, perhaps talking more with experienced colleagues, having a mentor would be most helpful. Learning about yourself and understanding your interests, personality, skills, and values are fundamental to engaging in your work in a meaningful ways. As you learn more about yourself, you will also undoubtedly develop greater understanding of those around you, an added benefit of self-discovery. Once you have found out what you need, you can actively look for ways to improve your teaching. Being a reflective practitioner in this way is at the heart of effective professional development. Another reflective activity we can do is to find out the current level of your personal career fitness. Career fitness means you are taking steps toward a healthy career throughout your work life. Please find the Career Fitness Self-Assessment Survey in the reading materials provided for this module. Your answers to the questions may provide you with some important information about your personal career fitness level. Once you finish, please count the number of yes answers. If your score is between 22 and 29, then congratulations, your career fitness level is great. Keep up the good work. If your score is between 13 and 21, you are moving in the right direction, but you may need to keep yourself on track. Consider starting some professional development projects to increase your career fitness level. If your score is less than 13, now it is a good time to start or update an individual development plan. You might want to consider talking with a mentor or your colleagues to get some inspirations and suggestions. In this presentation, I have talked about the different stages of teacher professional development and the kind of training activities suitable to each stage. We have also tried a reflective activity, the Tree of Life activity, and completed a self-assessment survey to help you understand your current level of career fitness and career development as a teacher. In the last presentation of this module, we will look at more specific activity to develop professionals. Thank you for your listening and see you soon.